Okay, Aaron, so it's been 2 weeks since the last league game. Are you chomping at the bit to get back into action, especially after the disappointment of losing to Oxford?
Yeah, definitely. We discussed the positives from Oxford. So I know we lost the game, but actually we kept the ball really well. We defended superbly against a very, very good front three, and it was really pleasing. So we've taken the positives. We've worked on that over the last 2 weeks. Had a good friendly last Sunday, and we go into Cardiff now this Sunday. I'm buzzing and can't wait to get going.
As you mentioned there, while there's been no competitive football, we did host Lewis at the weekend. How did that fare for you, and is it important to get games like this mid-season?
Yeah, definitely. I hate Sundays off. I hate it. So if I haven't got a game, I normally go and watch our DS, as I should do, obviously, as first team manager. It's good to see them developing. Went to watch them on Tuesday night play against the Navy. Really pleased with how they're performing. Credit to Clive, Ree and Connor for how well the DS are playing, and it was really good to see it in person. But yeah, if we have a Sunday off, it's just nice to get a friendly in, because the more friendlies you play, the more game time you can give people. And it's difficult. We've got a big squad and we know that, and there's girls fighting for each position, which I don't think you can not have at any team and push on. And I think it shows that actually that's pushed us on this season and made us a really good team. So Sundays we want friendlies, we want to play them. Each team you play will set up differently, will pass differently, will work off the ball differently, and it'll have a different intensity about it. So for us, each game is, it's amazing, and we just want to get as many friendlies in as we can. But on the flip side of that, you've got to watch the load of the players. We've had some selected for Sussex, we've had girls that play for their colleges, their universities, England beach soccer, so we have to make sure that we manage the load of all the players, and all the managers of those different teams are in contact with me to make sure that obviously we're all aware of the load of the players.
Of course, following Oxford, we were due to play Portsmouth 3 days later, but that was postponed. And it's only the third game this season that has been cancelled, with including none at home. Excluding the winter break, it's meant that we've only had 5 weeks without a game, if you include last week's friendly. Has the ability to play regularly assisted you with your form this year?
Yeah, but then that's down to us as staff to put those friendlies in. If you haven't got a game for 6 weeks, you don't sit there and moan. You haven't played for 6 weeks, then you're going to get turned over by the next team you play. You plan ahead for it, you make sure that you're ready for it, you make sure your players are mentally and physically ready for it. And I think, credit to the groundsmen at Oaklands. We put a lot of money into that club, a lot of money into the pitch. And this season, between us and the men's team, they've really looked after the pitch, and I think it's credit to everyone at the club, and that's not just the ladies, that's the men as well, because like you said, to not have a game called off with the weather that we've had, full credit to everybody at the club really.
And of course, last time we played Cardiff, it was a bit of a tale that's been synonymous for us this season. A dominant performance, but not many goals to write home about. In fact, it was just the one, a Molly Clark bicycle kick. Is a lack of goals an issue, or is it a bit of a moot point as long as you get the result?
I'll take a 1-0 if I see Molly do a bicycle kick, and we all love watching her do them. But I don't know. It's Cardiff play a certain way. We know how they play, which means you're going to see a lot of the ball. So if you don't use the ball well, or if you try and rush it and force it, you're going to lose it and get beaten on the transition. So that's what we don't want to do. So we know how Cardiff are going to set up. We know how they're going to play. It'll be a great game, because I think it'll mean that we can play with the ball quite a lot of the game. So that's going to be interesting to see how we work with it. But yeah, we've started scoring goals recently. In the friendlies we're scoring. Players that weren't scoring are now hitting the net. It's not just about scoring. Even our strikers, they might not have many goals, but they've got a lot of assists and they've created a lot of chances. So that's all we can ask for. So even though they might be named as a striker, they don't necessarily have to score goals. The goals are coming now from everybody in the squad, and that's what we want. We don't want a set formation. We want it fluid. So it's nice to see, even Tiff Taylor, defender, popped up and got on the score sheet. So yeah, fantastic.
Now, of course, they are an established side at this level. They've got international experience across the team. They've only lost once in the last 6 matches, and will be wanting to resettle the score from the earlier meeting this season. What exactly are you going to be expecting from the match on Sunday?
Like I said, I think it's just going to reiterate the fact that they're going to want us to keep the ball, and they're going to want to win it and break quickly, and that's what we're expecting. Whether they do that or not, if they change their game plan, we'll be ready. But we know it's going to be tough. Like you said, they've got so many international players. The coaching staff are the Wales coaching staff, so they're all very experienced. They're all very professional, and I love that. I love that in a club. So for me to get to go and see the team that are currently sitting top of the league go and play a team full of internationals, what more could you possibly ask for?
And just as a general point, how's the team shaping up for the last leg of the season, and where does it compare to the team that started the campaign?
We've kept a lot of our players. Some have gone. Obviously, Alex has gone to Pompey. But again, we look at the players that are playing now, and they're pushing each other. We've got a big squad. The squad has been decimated the last 2 weeks because of injuries from the Oxford game. Picked up a few injuries from there. But again, with the size of the squad we've got and the confidence that's running through all the players, I could pick any of these 18, 19 players, and like we did against Lewis, we play some development players. So we can even choose from them because they're doing so well in their league. So for me, I think it helps us. I think that I look at the squad at the minute, and I think that everyone's pressing each other for a position. And I'm looking forward to Sunday.